Hi, everyone, and welcome to the year 2017. But I'm not done yet with 2016 just yet. Welcome to my review of Hidden Figures. This film premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival. I didn't get a chance to see it there, but it was released in limited release in December to qualify for the Golden Globes and, of course, the Oscars. So, in my opinion, Hidden Figures is a film from the year 2016. What is the movie about? Of course, you probably already know. I'm not going to go in grand detail. It's about the space race in the 1960s, early 1960s, but from the perspective of three amazing, talented women. Now, we get to know these women through three talented actresses. The first one is Taraji P. Henson from Empire. She plays a woman named Katherine Johnson. We also have Oscar winner, of course. Octavia Spencer plays Dorothy Vaughan, and an actress that I don't think I've ever seen before, very beautiful. I think she works in the music world more than anything. Her name is Janelle Moena, something like that, and she plays a true woman named Mary Jackson. Now, these ladies were, of course, living in the time of segregation, specifically in Virginia, and they were successful in their jobs. They worked in a colored computer room. They call these women computers because that's what they did. They worked numbers in their minds. And, of course, Taraji P. Henson is the main actress in the film, and we get to see a lot of this movie through her eyes, but we also get to know these other women. Also in the cast is Kevin Costner, Kristen Dunst, Jim Parson, and then there's some really talented other actors that if I try and say their names right now, I'm going to butcher their names, and I don't want to do that. I've already done probably some... I'm just not great with naming names, and I apologize for that. But I really just wanted to at least acknowledge the three women, because this is their story. And it's an important story, and I'm glad it's finally being told. Of course, in school, we're grown up, and we learn about the space race. We learned what John Glenn did, and Alan Shepard, and on all those great astronauts, and of course, where it went to in the late 1960s when we got to the moon. But this is a story about these women and what they went through and the challenges they faced during this really rough time in America. It was It was a prosperous time in America, but it was also a time of a lot of awful, terrible things that were going on, especially to the black community, of course. So very excited to see this film. Was very happy that it was finally getting released. Would have liked to have seen it at TIFF. Would have liked to have seen it at the in December, but I'm glad it's got a big release, and I think it's going to be a big success at the box office because it is a good, solid movie. A great story, an important story, a story that the youth of this day, no matter what color of their skin, they should see this movie because, of course, it's a great American story, but it's a great human story. It's a great story about women and about the importance of what happened in America at the time with the space race. So I was very excited, and as I said before, I think this is a good, solid film. I have issues with the movie, but it's not the story itself. It might be the way the story is told, because the movie is based on true events, but I think some things were added. I don't really know the exact how it all laid out in real life, unless it's all in the book and it says it word for word, and of course, stuff like that. But I feel like sometimes things were done to amp up the drama, amp up the excitement, because even when I knew what was going to happen to John Glenn near the end of the film, I wasn't really worried, because I knew we learned what was going on with them, but we didn't really learn what was going on with these women. So there were some nice, really emotional moments that I'm not going to spoil in this review. Some were spoiled in the trailer, but I'm not going to spoil in this review. I'm not going to try and overly explain that too much. Just let you know that there were some really wonderful emotional beats in the film, and I had to wipe away a few tears throughout the movie. Now, there are times the film goes down routes that I've seen in movies like this in the past. I've seen, kind of seen story elements before that I've just, cliches and movie tropes and stuff like that I'm like, okay, I get it. This is what's got to happen and stuff like that to further the story along. So, yeah, I understand based on a true story and all, but I don't know if how it was laid out in the film is how it exactly went in real life. Now, some interesting things that I noticed from the audience that I saw, some just interesting, and I kind of want to talk about them just for a second. So when amazing things were happening to overcome segregation in this film and overcome oppression, and there were moments that I could hear some women in the audience go, "Yes, awesome," and I could totally feel what they were going through, just seeing that, and just seeing that moment. Whether it happened like that in real life, I do not know, but those nice movie moments in the film where it was like, wow. That's just a great, tear down that horrible bathroom sign that says color on it. Tear down that sign. That's a moment where you want to get up and cheer, and you're like, yeah, that's a great moment. But then there was other times in the film, and I wonder if it's the younger audience who are not really aware that was going on in America in the early 1960s, or it was just tough to see on the screen, because there were some moments in the film. The movie is rated PG, so I think it's for all audiences, but I felt like there were some moments in the movie where there was displays of segregation and racism and stuff like that I'm not surprised by, because it happened in the early 1960s and things were happening like that in the 1960s. But it sounded like some people in the audience were really shocked that they were seeing that stuff on screen. Like they gave off the impression to me that they might have not known things like that actually happened before in the past, especially in the 1960s. Just some interesting things that I heard, and I don't want to judge or assume. It's just my opinion of how some of these people in the audience were reacting in those moments. It almost felt like I remember hearing, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened," or "Oh my gosh, how could they do that?" And I'm like, they did that. It's terrible, it's awful, but they did that. And I think this little moment in the film, there's a couple moments like that in the film that were nice reminders of what happened during that time, and hopefully the younger generation will see that and be like, I don't want to do that to anybody now. And I really enjoyed this film. I think it was a great woman. Yes, it was a great story, and this was a good, solid film. With some really good, solid acting, especially from Taraji P. Henson. I think she is the true star of this movie. I really liked Kevin Costner, and Octavia Spencer's good in the movie. I don't know if she really deserves to be nominated. I think she's been nominated because she's already won. But I think Taraji P. Henson is the star of this movie, and I think if she got nominated for an Oscar, I would be happy with it. I'd be fine with it. But the rest of the cast is good. It's a good, solid movie. I didn't really like the songs by Pharrell Williams in this movie. They kind of felt out of place. And even the song at the end was okay. I was already feeling emotions enough, and it really didn't add to any of my emotions at the other film when you actually get to see who these real women were. And I didn't notice that the movie was dedicated to anybody's memories. So I really want to find out, now that I've done this review, I want to go online and see if these women are still alive. So that's awesome. I mean, that's incredible. I would hope that these women are still remembered for what they've done, the importance that they've done in the world today, in their own community, with their own people, and also in the human race in general, and as Americans. So really enjoyed this film. I thought it was a good, solid film. Not a great film, not a perfect film. Of course, the movie's story is more important than anything else, but I think it's a good, solid movie to tell this important story. I also want to mention, the director of this film is named Theodore Melfi or something like that, and he directed a film 2 years ago called St. Vincent. I think this might be his second or third or whatever. It's a good director right here, and I look forward to seeing what this guy's got next. And I think he made a really good, solid movie. He's a great director, and I recommend if you want to see his other film, check out St. Vincent, because that is a really awesome movie. All right, everyone. I really enjoyed Hidden Figures. In the comment box below, let me know what you thought of the film. I'm going to give the film a solid 3 stars out of 4.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.